What's up, everyone? This is Captain Eon speaking, and today I'll be sharing from chapter 3, verse 13 to 15, around the main idea entitled A Desired Appointment. I'm grateful for the fact that God has given me a heart to just desire to be more like Him. The more I learn from Him, the more treatments I get, is the greater this desire grows. But what exactly is a true and pure desire? And how does desire pertain to me? Well, I'm realizing that God is teaching me by both example and through daily lessons to help me practice the following in His examples. He's teaching me that, first of all, He desires, and again, for me, God reveals these attributes in Himself that I long to emulate. And so first He lets me know about His sincere desire towards me. First of all, He did that through the main idea of the scripture, chapter 3, verse 13, where He talks about He appointed those that He desired. Ultimately, those He calls, He does so out of a desire. But what is this desire? Well, through the text, He shows me that His desire is for me to be healthy. Now, I can't speak for anybody else, but I am convinced, even though God has saved my soul, even though I get to walk with Him every day, the fact remains that I'm still a sinner. As long as I'm encased in this body of flesh, this body of death, I believe my brother Paul describes it as long as I believe this now to be the old wineskin. Because when I get glorified, that's going to be that new wineskin. But in any case, as long as I'm in this, I'm a sinner. For no matter how close I am to the Lord, how much we talk, how much I feel His presence, how much we commune as friend, I still have impure thoughts. I still find myself doing the wrong thing, even when I purpose to do the right thing. Again, a similarity between my brother Paul, as he describes it. But ultimately, God says, I came for you. My desire is the call for the sinner, because that sinful nature is your sickness. And He says, I didn't come for the righteous. And so I never want to get to this point where I keep telling myself I'm saved. Everything's all good. Because I don't believe that to be the truth. As long as, again, I'm in this case of sickness, which is my flesh. The second desire that I realized throughout the text today, being a common theme, was his desire for me to be like him. To be in the likeness, so that we can share the likeness of our Father. From having a spirit that can see righteously, to being able to operate in the authority that he is appointed to those he's called. He wants for me to not only resemble him, but in fact, he says, that's exactly why he came. Again, I sit back and I try to take all this in, and I find myself in awe. This perpetual state of awesomeness over and over just keeps washing over me over and over again. And so I go back to the Lord again and I say, well, Lord, this desire that you have, full of compassion and love, bless me with it. Give it to me, Lord. And he says, or he lets me know through everyday lessons that the root of righteousness is there. The power is there. The potential is there because his presence lives within me. His desire for me is so strong that he says, I'm not going to go anywhere. But he gives these lessons to me to help me practice my pursuit of the perfect one. His likeness. And this practice is important, I'm seeing, because by not practicing, the sickness of being in this sinful temporary tent is one of despising. If I'm not careful, I find myself despising his desire. And what's so crucial about this, he's shown me, is the fact that by living in, I don't know what the present tense for despising is, despisement, by living in despisement, this will ultimately lead to a betrayal of this love affair that starts from his desire. And what's worse about the betrayal is allows and opens the door for untrue thoughts to come in. And if I'm not careful and I don't allow my physician access to the inner parts of me, the inner parts that he desires, if I don't allow him access unchecked, this will lead me to the outer darkest death of eternal sin. Captiones. Excuse me for all the while. I have an appointment with the one who desires the mostest for my soul. Sir.